Hey guys, if you're watching this, you probably have the new Formula Nero R downhill fork. The first downhill fork to offer 3 separate air chambers for the air side. Follow me as we dive into the setup process. The concept behind the 3 air system is to make the fork highly customizable in a very precise and simple way. The first advantage to using the 3 air system is you don't need to use a bunch of different tools. You don't need to remove the caps. You don't need to use air volume spacers. All you need is a simple shock pump. The second advantage is, whether you're at the parking lot or at the trailhead, with knowledge, you can precisely shape your specific progression curve. If you're setting up your Nero R for the first time, you should remove all air from all 3 chambers. Use the shock pump to do this. Never remove the air by hand, especially from the bronze valve, which is next to the front wheel. If you don't use the shock pump, you risk to vaporize a little bit of lubricant and would land on the rotor or the brake pads. In this process, we'll use the Formula shock pump, which you'll find in the aftermarket box of your Nero R. The Formula shock pump features a quick release lever instead of a screw, which helps to limit any loss of air when detaching the pump. The result is a very precise adjustment. Of course, this pump is compatible with any valve on the market, so it's a really nice one to have. It's important to note, when deflating the system, always start by deflating the bronze chamber first. Then, you can deflate the silver and gold chamber. It doesn't matter which one first. First and foremost, to set up the fork, you must follow the specific inflating sequence, which is a very easy sequence to remember. It's modeled after the world champion podium positions. Gold first, silver second, bronze third. On the fork, you'll find 3 spots that will remind you of the specific sequence. On the upper crown, right behind the gold and silver valves, on the pressure chart, located on the lowers, and next to the bronze valve. So if you look, you'll never go wrong. Start off by locating your weight on the pressure chart. If you're an aggressive rider, you may want to add a little bit to this number. For instance, if you weigh 70 kilos, you may want to choose 80 or 90, but that means you're really fast. Once you've checked the pressure chart, start by inflating the gold chamber, which controls the end stroke progressivity. Remove the cap, attach the pump, lock the quick release lever, and inflate. When you reach the desired pressure, remove the quick release lever and reattach the cap. Now we do the same procedure with the silver valve, which controls the positive chamber. Once you have the desired pressure in the silver chamber, you can move on to the bronze valve, which is located at the bottom of the lowers. This controls the negative chamber. At this point, you're ready to ride. But I'm going to give you a little tip to better shape your progression curve and make for a better ride. Let's start with the gold chamber. As we said before, this controls the end stroke progressivity, which allows you to fine-tune the curve from half travel to the maximum travel. This is what truly separates this fork from others on the market. It's not just a simple bottom-out chamber. It allows you to really customize the progression curve. Add 10 psi or more to increase the progression, or remove 10 psi or more if you want a more linear behavior. In order to better understand what the gold chamber does, follow the link in the video description below where you can download a PDF that lists the benefits of its technology. If you want to customize the initial sensitivity and the small bump compliance, the bronze valve does just that. Attach the shock pump and add 10 psi or more to increase the small bump compliance. Or remove 10 psi or more if you want a more firm feeling at the beginning of the travel. Just follow the same link below and you'll understand everything. If you've already set up your fork previously and you just want to check its setup, here's how you go about checking the pressure levels in all 3 chambers. First of all, remove all of the air in the bronze chamber using the shock pump. This is a crucial step. In order to check the pressure in the gold and silver chambers, the bronze chamber must be empty. Once the bronze chamber is empty, follow the inflating sequence. Attach the pump to the gold valve, check the pressure, remove the pump, then repeat with the silver chamber. Once you have the desired pressure in both the gold and silver chambers, you can then inflate the bronze chamber to your desired pressure. Now, if you want to explore some of the settings that aren't on the chart, just follow these 3 steps. 1. Always follow the inflating procedure. Never inflate the gold or silver chamber if the bronze is not already empty. Number 2. In order to have a sweet progression, we highly suggest that the pressure in the gold chamber is equal to or greater than the silver chamber. but never lower. Number 3, in order to have a sweet bump compliance, the pressure in the bronze chamber must be 20 psi greater than the silver pressure. To fully customize your fork, it's best to attach the shock pump, deflate the entire system, start from 0, follow the inflating procedure, and you can't go wrong. Last but not least, we have an amazing damper on the other side, which allows you to control high-speed compression, low-speed compression, and rebound. When adjusting the high-speed compression, the low-speed compression knob will turn, but it's not changing the low-speed compression at that time. You still need to turn the knob separately to change the low-speed compression. Now that we've given you the tools to customize your fork with a shock pump in your fingers, it's time to jump on your bike and enjoy your ride.